Hello and welcome guys. So let's continue from where we left off. In the last lecture, we created this door right over here. So let's just try to fit in it a little bit more with the wall. So first what I will do is I will just select it all and hold control and make sure to just deselect the wall. And first I will just move it back over here. For now, also I will just select this plane that we added to which we will be adding like the glass material. I will just delete it for now because then it would be like a little bit easier to see how we are placing it within the wall. All right. First, what I will do is I will select this wall. I will press tab and I want to add in like a wall molding on top of this. So let's just press Ctrl R and you can just add a edge loop right over here at the top. Something like this. Press 3, hold Alt and select this complete loop like this. Then you can press Alt plus E and extrude faces along normal to extrude it like this outwards. You can hold Shift so that it moves a little bit slowly and just extrude it a little bit to give like this kind of thickness to the wall just to make it like a little bit better. Yeah, I think it is a little bit too outward, so I will just undo it and extrude it once again. All right, let's move ahead. Let's bring in back our door because now we need to adjust it a little bit. So bring it out over here. Select these two top items. And once again, just hold control and deselect the wall like this. Press tab, enable X-ray and just select it all from over here. Then you can just disable X-ray. Make sure your vertex snapping is selected from over here. Press G, then Z. You can hold control and hover over this vertex right over here to snap them at the perfect height. You can see as soon as you're moving it and you hover over this vertex and you can just snap it over here. This will give the door like the perfect height of the wall that we want. And yeah, everything is looking perfect. All right, so now let's just create like a hole in the wall so that we can fit in our door right over there. I will select the door and the wall, press slash to go into the local mode so we can work a little bit more freely. All right, so now let's select the wall, press tab to go into the edit mode, press Ctrl R and scroll and add two edge loops like this. And now we need to scale these edge loops down to match with the width of the door. And if you remember, if you like select the door or the this thing right over here, the door frame, and over here you can see clearly the edge length is 1.92 meters as we created like the thickness for the door. So for this as well, we can like scale it accordingly and place it somewhere close to like 1.9 meters. It does not like necessarily have to be like the exact width. Even 1.9 would work pretty good. Now what you can do is just select this face. So press 3, select this face, press X and delete the face. Now we have something like this. We can press tab. Let's press 1 for vertice select, enable X-ray and just move it right over here close to the wall right over here. And over here only we will just move in our door as well. Select all parts of the door, just move them like this. You can also press G then X and hold control and snap it over here. Then just move it a little bit towards the left like this to make sure everything fits in perfectly and it is not like poking in from anywhere else. Now you can just move it backwards. And now this will give you like the perfect looking door and the windows. Let's select the door. I will come over here and reduce like the thickness for this. And now let's just move it backwards. Now as you can see, we can fit in our door a lot more properly within like the wall just by creating like this cutout within the wall. So yeah, that works pretty good. Now what I want to do is now we can like add the plane that we deleted earlier. So let's just select this, press Shift plus S cursor to select it, press Shift A and just add in a plane. Press R the next, rotate it by 90 degrees, move it up and just move it backwards. Scale it down to match with the width of the door. And we can just enable X-ray and match it perfectly. And this way we can use this thing as like the glass material. So yeah, with this our door is now perfectly created. As you can see, we have like a little bit of space right over here. So let's just press tab and we can just enable X-ray. Select this edge loop completely and just move it inwards a little bit so that we don't have this problem. All right, now it fits perfectly. So yeah, the like thickness or like the width of the two edge loops should be somewhere around 1.85 or 1.9, so that now we can like replicate this. So press tab, press Ctrl R and add four more, I think. And this way we can create like another door right over here. Or let's just add two first. So press Ctrl R and add two edge loops like this, scale them down. Give it something like this. And now you can just press G then X and move it right over here. Somewhere around here. And once again press Ctrl R and add two edge loops again. Scale them down, so press S then X and adjust them to give like the exact width right over here. So around 1.87 meters. And then we can roughly put in this one also at. You can see like the distance between the two doors is 3.28 and 3.19. So yeah, somewhere around this much distance would be pretty good. You don't have to be like too exact or precise with this. Press 3 and select both of these faces. Press X and delete the faces. This way we have created like two different holes over here as well. And now we will just select the door. Let's just select all the parts of the door. Press slash to go into the local mode. And first what I will do is I will just press Shift A and add in an empty object. So add the plane axis. And now select them all once again. Make sure to select the empty axis at last. Right click and then parent. So now we can just select the empty axis and move it around easily. Like move all parts of the door easily. We don't have to like select them all one by one again and again. This makes it a lot easier as we can just select it all now. Press Shift plus D, press X and place it right over here. Press Shift plus D, press X and place it right over here. Press slash to come out of the local mode. Now just select the empty only and you can move your door accordingly and place it perfectly within like the cutout of the wall you have just created. Make sure to like look at it from all angles so that you don't have like any empty spaces left. But yeah, I think we have done it perfectly. Let's select this one and move this one as well. All right, so now let's just go into the viewport shading. Press 0 for your camera view. We can press F12 to render everything out. And if there are like any issues, we will be able to see them much better in the render itself. But in my opinion, everything is appearing out to be pretty good. Maybe I want to move like this glass object a little bit ahead. So let's just go over here. Sorry. Make sure to select all of the like glass objects in 3 of the doors and just press G then Y and move them a little bit ahead. Let's select this part again in all 3 of them. And I will just move it a little bit backwards. Let's press F11, press J to switch between slots, press F12, and now you can like compare between the two. Yeah, I think this looks a little bit better. These things are like totally up to your preference how you want to place them. But now we can see that our render is looking out to be pretty good. One thing that I don't kind of like is this light angle is kind of like looking pretty weird right over here. So let's just select our sun, press R then Z and rotate it on the Z axis. So either we can like go completely like this so that we don't get like any light on this pillar, like just moving it like this, or we can just move it a little bit till here. so that we kind of get like a bit more light. Earlier it was looking a little bit weird this way. I think this feels a lot better. Select it once again, press R then X and move it a little bit upwards as well. And yeah, I think this setting looks pretty good. Let's press F11 and once again we can just check out the different renders. Yeah, in my opinion, this feels pretty good to me. All right, guys, let's just hit save. And with this, our render is coming out to be pretty nice. Next, I will just select the door once again. And what I want to do is I also want to like place it right over here in the front. So just select this piece, and the glass. Press Shift plus D and move it right over here. Rotate it by 90 degrees. Sorry, rotate it by minus 90 degrees on the Z axis. Move it back right over here. And you might notice that we have like these lines going towards this. What this means is basically like this object, like the empty axis, is connected to these as well. So we need to remove that. Select all three of them. Make sure you select only these three and hold control and deselect everything else. Just right click and go to parent and you can select clear parent. But select clear parent and keep transformation just so we don't like mess up any of the transformations. I will select this, press tab and just move the glass piece over here and just select all three of them, hold control, deselect everything else and move it right over here. Just press 0. You can also press like the dot key on your number pad to focus on any object quickly. Let's hit save. All right, guys. So for this one, what I want to do is I want to make like these windows a little bit smaller just to have like a different kind of door. So enable X-ray and just select this part right over here and scale this down. Let's see how that works. Maybe we can make it something like this. I think this looks much better. Let's go into the render view and we can just press F11 and press F12 to compare it with the old render. I think the door looks fine for most part. I think it just looks a little bit tall. Over here it looks fine, I guess. But over here, I kind of feel like it looks a little bit tall. So what I will do is once again, I will just select all of it. Hold control to deselect all of the extra objects. Press tab, enable X-ray. Select it all and just move it downwards. Let's check it out once more. Yeah, in my opinion, this feels like a lot more natural. So yeah, I will be going ahead with this only. Maybe I will just increase the length a tad bit longer. All right, so yeah, you can press J now to compare between the two. And in my opinion, this feels like a lot more natural and a lot better than this one. So I will be going with this. Again, it's totally up to your preference how you want to like do these things. With this, as you can see, like the hallway scene is coming along pretty nicely. So let's just hit save. And with this, we will continue on in the next lecture. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.